Hey, check it out, everybody. It's Wish Upon, the best movie of the year. Oh, look how good this one looks. You pumped for this?
And here we go, and say Wish Upon!
Wish Upon!
Welcome to Wish Upon, everybody. It's a supernatural horror teenage movie written by this elderly lady and directed by this grandpa. And look, there's nothing wrong with old people directing and writing movies, just when it comes to writing believable teenage dialogue and directing actors to act as if they're real kids in high school, it really does help if you understand how the youth communicates. Otherwise you get fucking lines like this.
If I kill Lurching Louisa and hack up Harry, I level up to mutant killer. And if I get Malformed Molly, I'm a monster mutant master man. I'm a monster mutant master man. I'm a monster mutant master man. I'm a monster mutant master man.
Oh my god, that's so gnarly. I love this. I love that.
So I've been racking my brain what movie I wanted to cover for the channel, not because I'm turning into a movie channel or anything like that. It's just fun to mix it up now and then. I know about monotony. After creating 36 Dark Souls top lists in a row, I just have to spice it up, otherwise I will go insane. So when I heard this recommendation from Mike and Jay over at Red Letter Media, I thought it was a sign for me to watch and cover this hilariously bad movie.
And it's called Wish Upon, the funniest movie of 2017. I cannot say enough great things about Wish Upon. This movie is so bad that it's good.
Now buckle up, because this movie is pretty in-depth and you might want to grab some drinks, grab a couple of snacks, because I'm about to take you on a journey here. This is straight from the wiki itself. The film follows a teenage girl that finds a magic box that grants wishes, but kills someone close to her each time it does. With a description like that, I'm sure it sold many a tickets. That's just... sounds great, man. So they open the movie with this over-the-top, overly saturated, super happy world, which is the director wanting to either set up an instant gut punch with a tragedy, or he wants to make the rest of his film seem more sinister than it actually is, which in this case is both of the above. When your movie is about a magical box that gives you a wish, and then it kills someone you know in an underwhelming PG-13 plus way, you need all the help you can get to make it scary. So if you couldn't tell already, this is a flashback. The little girl here is Claire. She is the main character of the movie, and we're gonna witness her dark past, which foreshadows the events of the future. She pet some baby birds in this fake world. She's then, apparently 40 seconds was enough of a bike ride for her. She goes home, and her mother, I think, might have watched this movie as well, because she goes inside and kills herself. And honestly, my favourite part about this whole introduction is how masterful John Leonetti is, and how subtle he is. When you set up a time lapse of a 10-year jump from into the future, how do you let the audience know that you're still in the same house, following the same family? Well, what you do, you have the little girl drop her bike, the little pink bike in front of the house, and then 10 years later, you have that pink bike still sitting there. Never mind that it's the same fucking house in the same shot. No, that's not good enough. We gotta have that pink bike sitting there, man. It shows the audience it's the same house. It's storytelling through visual media. Wow, nice one, Johnny. And then we end the introduction with probably the loudest jump scare I've ever heard. I have not turned this up. I have not edited this in any way. This is just the movie as is. Prepare yourself. This is when the daughter finds her mum dead. And we get whatever this is. This is
you look so nice.
This is just she's riding the bike with this music going on. It's just the most awkward thing. I don't really understand what this scene is supposed to do for us.
Hey everybody!
Oh boy. So now that we've set up Claire as having a tragic past, that's the only setup we get on this one. But now you got to set up the bullies of the movie. So we got these super hot, mean cheerleader girls, and then a gay black man, which I gotta admit, didn't expect that one. That was a good curveball on that one. Barbara Marshall.
Hot. Hotter.
Yes.
Oh my god, how could you call her hotter? Ugh. Cut back to our main girl, Claire, who is so very nice and helpful, by the way. She decides to stop and get the paper for her nice old uncle, even though he's already out there and he's about half a second away from picking it up. She turns around the bike into oncoming traffic. She doesn't hear the bully's car coming, and then she almost gets hit by it, and then tumbles off into the bins. It's some good stuff. And then to really drive home the point that the bullies are bad people, instead of worrying about the fact that they almost ended another human life, they just scream dumb shit like, "Get off the road, widder!" Which I had to look up. I think he said widder, which apparently means widow, but I don't believe that she's a widow. Are you a widow if your mum dies? And if so, man, what a fucking piece of shit.
I'm trying to drive here!
Then the bitch girl screams something and it doesn't matter because at this point the car's already passed, right? But oh, John Leonetti, I don't think so. He doesn't care about that kind of stuff. I know it doesn't make sense, but just leave it in there. But when we get to the jump scares, the audience will forget about it. The car's going past, they start screaming stuff. It cuts inside the car for all them to say their lines, and then it cuts back out. The car's moved like half an inch forward. What are they, the quickest talkers alive? How do they spurt all this out and then only get to this point on the road? Now don't worry about that stuff. Claire is good, bullies are bad, okay? Now, we gotta hurry this up. I gotta get back to the old folks home before they serve the beans. Honestly though, I gotta admit, I love this scene. The way she rides into those fucking bins is so good. I wish I had like a better shot. And look how fucking close the paper was to him that she decided she needed to stop and pick it up for him to create this conflict. Beautiful writing. And the uncle asks if she's alright and she replies with,
It's Monday.
what? This is it's a very common trope in movies, TV shows, to show that someone's getting bullied. This is not how bullying works. Every person in this scene just starts whispering and laughing as she walks past. She hasn't done anything. Like, are they laughing at her gaping wound on her knee? Is that the joke? Or is it just like another subtle hint from a brilliant writer and director that she's just generally not liked in this school? Hey, check out this bitch, guys. Got her.
Serious?
What'd I do now?
You promised that you wouldn't do this at my school.
We're not at your school. We're across the street from your school.
Hey, check it out, everybody. Not only does this loser get laughed at purely for existing, her father decides to go dumpster diving right outside of the school. Oh my god, what a loser. So now that we've established that Claire is not liked by the majority of the population, we're now introduced to her two loser friends, Barb from Stranger Things, who truly did die and end up in hell, and her super nerd friend, who plays video games on her phone. What a fucking loser. She's playing Pokemon Go, except it's called Mutant Master or something ridiculous like that. It's a video game that's very obviously written by a 50-year-old lady.
Got it. Sorry, don't mind him.
Oh, totally got an upskirt photo, boys. This is how the male youth acts in high school. I heard it on the news one time. It's like 7 drills right onto your head, and each one is just saying that Claire gets bullied, feel bad for Claire. Understand where she's coming from when people start dying because she wishes for dumb shit.
My bad.
Seriously, bird ass? Recycle first?
What a thrilling interaction this was. So we're going to fast forward a little bit to the reason why her dad was written as a dumpster diver, or one of the reasons. The other reason was to prove that Claire's a loser. Look at her dad. He doesn't have an office job. He's dumpster diving. Can't get any worse than that. But the real reason is so he could stumble upon the wish box itself. Here it is, everyone. The main act.
Hey, Carl. Look at this. I'll fetch a ton at the swap. I have a better idea.
What was that?
Nothing. No.
But you were laughing.
Which is co-signing. And we all want to know what you're laughing about. Go ahead. Everyone's listening.
Claire no like get bullied no more, so Claire stand up for herself with this ultimate zinger.
Yeah, what's funny is that you're smegma. But like, ultimate smegma. Smegma, it's a noun. A malodorous, opaque, white or yellow substance produced by the sebaceous glands of male and female genitalia. It's found beneath the foreskin and glands of the penis in males and in the folds of skin surrounding the clitoris in females.
So after the greatest slap fight caught on film, we're introduced to a neighbour, which is the lady from Twin Peaks, who was in the opening scene and said she'd look after Claire as a kid while she was riding the bike, and 10 years has passed and she still looks exactly the same. We're conveniently placed into a scene showing that her lovely neighbour has a garbage disposal sink, and I'm sure this won't come into play at all later on. Her dad then gives her the box he found in the trash as an early birthday present, because apparently he's that nice of a father, and now we can finally get into the wish box.
Just found it at this fancy place. It's got Chinese writing on it. Figured since you're taking Chinese, if you don't want it, Carl, take it.
Sure, you're damn right.
Just consider it an early birthday present.
Chick duck pixapost smeg maj. What the fuck does that even mean? Hashtag dumpster daddy. What the heck? You can't have a space between dumpster and daddy though. That's not how it works. You put a space there, it's just hashtag dumpster. Can we get some hashtag dumpster daddies going down in the comment section and also on Twitter?
Okay.
Doggo no like box because box evil.
That's actually a leaked part of this from the script. It's just so bad.
7 wishes. I wish that Darcy Chapman would just, I don't know, but just like go rot.
So after making such a vicious wish, the box opens during the night and plays what sounds like to be the lost original soundtrack. Claire struggles in bed in a comedically over-the-top fashion. I can just hear the director in the background. Act like you can't sleep and you're struggling to go to sleep. Yeah, do some rolls, make some sounds. Yeah, that's good. Now do it with your shirt off. That's fine, it's what we've been waiting for. The subject matter of the movie, she wishes for stuff, bad stuff happens. Finally we get to see the power of the wish-upon box, and this is what it is. It's done in one whole shot from the bedroom to the bathroom. It's very impressive, John. I've seen True Detective Season 1 as well. And then the gay black man, let me look this up. This is not acceptable to keep calling him that. Tyler Manguso, takes a photo of what could be his dying friend and then uploads it on Facebook for the whole world to see. Hey guys, have you noticed these people are bad yet? Let's just drive that one home. And then just in case, this is my favorite part. The dumb audience, just in case we haven't realized what's happening yet, we get this killer line from Claire with her realization.
Oh, she's rotting.
Yeah, apparently Karma is a bigger bitch than Darcy Chapman.
Oh no.
I was just mesmerized by her and her performance. And I even told my wife at the time, I said, you know, this girl's going places.
And then we get to witness our main cast of teenagers act like even bigger dickheads than the bullies.
Oh, it's for Darcy.
Oh, you said that like we should care.
We're starting a GoFundMe.
Go fund this.
What the is wrong with you? You fucked up motherfucking bastard! What the
There's no likable characters in this film unless they're playing such a minor role. They don't have the time to prove themselves to be unlikable. Wow. So like the wiki said, you wish for something, someone you know is going to die. So the rotting thing wasn't even the bad thing. And in this case, the person going to suffer for what she's doing is her childhood dog. I kid you not. This wish box is a true monster. Now I want to let you know that this movie is rated PG-13+, so that's why we don't get any of the over-the-top kills, the gore, the extreme blood, all the things that would make this movie a lot more fun than it is right now. But John Leonetti tried to make this appeal to as wide of an audience as possible, and then he only made $23 million worldwide, which is more than he spent on it, but I bet he was hoping for a bit more of a hit than that. Regardless, Claire goes out looking for a dog who is now missing. She goes searching under her house, which I guess is where he hides out sometimes, and then we get this organized mouse jump scare. Well, these mice got together and organized this one. It's the only thing I could come up with that makes sense. Accompanied by this big fuck off audio cue. The jump scare sound effects in this movie are absolutely ridiculous. I have some behind the scenes footage of this same moment without that sound cue, and just get ready to witness true horror. Wow. How scary is that? Yeah, that doesn't work, boys. We're gonna have to add something to that one. How about this sound effect? Yeah, we got it, boys. Pack up. We're going home.
She'd help you out.
Teacher's name is Mr. Moon? What the fuck? But it's Pixarpost! That's their version of Instagram. Jesus Christ, Pixarpost. So Claire unfortunately only has 12 followers because she keeps posting these boring ass fucking photography shit that you find in Google Images if you search photography. Come on, Claire. Post your Dragon Ball Z figure collection or some selfies. That's an Instagram worth following. That's right there. That's a Pixarpost that you might want to check out. That would sound really cool. That sounds like something you might want to check out. After staring at her dream boy on Pixarpost for a little while, Claire continues to make one of the worst wishes in the whole entire movie.
I wish that Paul Middlebrook would fall madly in love with me.
Now, how does the box know which Paul Middlebrook she means? Does this mean every single Paul Middlebrook in the entire world falls madly in love with Claire? Or does the box just know that she means it's the one at her school? Come on, this box has a brain or something going on. This box is a wild thing. You just gotta ask questions like this sometime. Oh no, it's like an Uncle Trash Can. Is this the price she pays for wishing for love? Oh no, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Oh no, he slipped in the bath. To be fair, this could have happened naturally. Oh my god, he's alive. He's fine. Okay. Oh no! He hit his head on the tap on the way back up. Oh my god, this box has a little bit of sense of humor. That's what I like. The box is like, I could kill him in one slip up. But you know what would be funnier? Have him survive the slip up and smash his head on the fucking tap on the way back up.
Well, it's funny. You know, there's a lot of comedy in our movie.
Claire comes home from school, finds out that her uncle bathtub died, and then she trips over some of like her dad's trash, and it's not even in the way. It's like to the side of the door. You can see it here, and then she still hits it, and then she does that thing that a lot of people do when they like trip over something. They just look for something to blame, and she blames her dad for picking up trash that they don't need. And then what kind of wish are you going to get out of this? I thought she was going to wish her dad would throw out the fire sticks, but she doesn't. It's not that bad. But I did. It's pretty bad.
I wish that Uncle August would leave me everything.
This dumb girl wishing for the dumbest shit on planet Earth, and then everyone around her suffering the consequences. She doesn't even wish for unlimited money. At least you could just, you get unlimited money and auntie dies. Ooh, that's a shame, but you got unlimited money. She opts to be in her dead uncle's will. Wow, what a wish. I wonder how many grandpas are going to slip up in the bath for this one. Ah, come on, not the nice old lady next door. I knew it was coming as well. It's that pesky garbage disposal unit. Here it is, subtly shown earlier. Now again, this is a PG movie, so something tells me that she's not going to have her hand grinded up in that thing, and that most likely wouldn't kill you either. There's going to be some less violent way for this thing to kill her, and I'm trying to think right now, but I can't think of anything. But also, take a quick look at this movie in my editing software. You can see how quiet they've made the movie and how loud they make any scare. This is some weak shit. This isn't how you create a good horror experience. You need to be thinking about the movie the night after watching it, worrying about the darkness, or imagining yourself in the situation the movie presents you. I remember watching Grave Encounters for the first time, and then they open that exit door and it's just more of the same building, and that shit blew me away. It had me worrying for ages. It's not a great movie, but I enjoyed the hell out of it more than this garbage. Oh, by the way, the garbage disposal pulls her hair gets caught in it, and it pulls it back and snaps her neck, and she tries reaching for that button so hard. Look how hard she's trying. This is a life or death. She just can't reach it though. And then her neck snaps. So I'm gonna need you to look at the box really confused here. Like, really confused. Yeah, now look at me sexily. I swear to God, this is not me editing anything. This is in the movie, alright? The box overlaid over the footage, and then there's this really bad zoom in at the end. It looks awful. Whoever edited this part should never touch another movie, because that shit looked worse than a YouTube montage. Oh God, the zoom in at the end. Oh, it gets me every time. Big jock man breaks up with his girlfriend, who's one of the bullies, and asks out Claire, just in case you're invested in this fake weird relationship that sparked from wishing he was deeply in love with her. I'm gonna fast forward through a lot of this boring bullshit though, but I'd like to leave in this piece of dialogue here, which is total believable teen dialogue, when her Asian friend Ryan talks about multiverses.
But maybe in the multiverse, it never happened.
Or it did happen, and you farted, blamed it on me, and I got called McFarts.
Wait, you dig on multiverses?
Yeah, I mean, the theory that, you know, another you exists in different circumstances, under different planes of reality, yada yada yada. Yeah, I dig.
Maybe in the multiverse, neither of us farted.
So basically this whole side adventure with Ryan, on the box it's just covered in Asian letters, apparently ancient Asian lettering. So they have to go to Ryan's cousin who can translate that kind of stuff. And they translate some stuff on the box. Turns out it belonged to a lady named Lu Mei. Believe me, you're not missing much here. Her family died, she prayed onto a music box, a devil turned up, and then she got her wishes and then committed suicide. Probably because the devil in the box made her grandpa slip over in the fucking bathtub.
Well, me and my need some time alone. I prefer to destroy them in private.
Now this movie may be a big piece of trash compacted onto a DVD, but some scenes are just too beautiful to pass up. Apparently, even after inheriting their uncle's fortune, their mansion, God knows how much money he has, her dad loves going through the trash so much, he's right back at it. And at this point, I was wondering, okay, the movie needs him to go back into the trash. They need to find another item in the trash or something for this movie to progress. I was close. Instead, Claire uses the magic murder box to wish that her dad was cool. I fucking kid you not. That was the wish. God.
I wish that my dad would just stop being so embarrassing.
So we cut back to Ryan's cousin, who finally gets an email back from her friend because she couldn't translate some of the ancient Asian letters on there. It was too ancient for her. But for some reason, John Leonetti thought it would be cool not to show the translation to us just yet, just in case we were guessing what was happening. I'm pretty sure the audience knows what's happening here, John. It's in the fucking bio. It's on the back of the DVD case. You wish for something, someone dies. It's pretty obvious. And I kid you not, that's what the email says. It says like, if you wish for something, there's a blood price. Wow, big shocker. What a twist. 2017. Well, you know who suffers the consequences for her dad becoming cool? The box kills Ryan's cousin, the one that translated everything. You know, the one that Claire just met the other day? Yeah, she dies. She it's a pretty good death. She trips on the carpet and then falls into some giant horn that she has in her room. I have no words for that one. I got nothing. Hashtag traitor face on that one. I'm gonna hashtag traitor face. What the Meredith, shut the fuck up.
Hey, what's up? How's that party the other night?
It was alright, but there was this guy, and he's with his girlfriend, and he's trying to get her to do something that she didn't want to do.
So what'd you do about it?
I didn't do anything.
Whoa, what? Guys, don't be like my friend here who didn't do anything. Not doing anything is part of the problem.
I wish that I was the most popular girl in school.
Oh man, I wish I had some cool new shoes. I wish my dad was in a band. I wish I had 2 dogs instead of 1. Wow, I wish I could play video games all day. I wish my waifu was real. I wish my bed was made automatically so I didn't need to make it myself. Whoops, I just killed everyone I know, but at least I have some cool new shoes.
That wasn't it.
This was going okay until you tried to touch her. You know, a girl is not ready at that time for that kind of sexuality, and you can't really get anywhere by rushing that fast.
Oh shit, completely forgot about the Twin Peaks lady. I thought they discovered that one already. I know they haven't. Claire goes over and finds her dead body and then screams, and then we never hear of it again. That's a nice one. Good payoff for that one. And you gotta be prepared for this kind of transition, alright? This only comes from true artists. It goes around, and then bam, they're in school. You know what? John Leonetti, you never cease to impress me.
The one thing we're here for is to entertain.
Guys, you won't believe this, but this box keeps killing people every time I wish for something, so I put a padlock and a couple of chains on it. Why don't you just stop wishing for things?
And it's a dark tale, but with hopeful characters. And I think that's really and fun characters and layered characters.
And then for once, Meredith says something that I actually agree with. And again, it's in a very weird adult writing for a kid way, but it gets the point across.
I think you're a selfish bowl of bitch sauce. You know, if I had 7 wishes, you know what I would have done? I would have wished for world peace, and I would cure cancer. I mean, you've used 4 whole wishes. 5 whole wishes already.
So at this point in the film, Meredith and Barb tell Claire to throw away the box. You lose your wishes if you throw it away, but also people will stop dying. She doesn't do that because she's a fucking idiot and becomes less likable by the minute. First wish should be, I wish that no one in the world could be harmed by this box. Alright, make that your first wish. Second wish, I wish for the box to stop being a little cunt and maybe hand out some wishes for free and for the fun of it, instead of being with a blood price. You know, you ever seen Aladdin? The genie didn't fucking go around killing people for wishes. Why do you have to be such a little bitch? So now we have this weird scavenger hunt for the school where they all team up and they have to go find things. I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe this is an American thing. But it turns out wishing for a boy to fall madly in love with you, it turns him into a total creeper, because when you get bored of him, he'll freak the fuck out because his big mind has been warped by this death box. It's just another point for Claire on this one.
They're just pictures of you. You're even cute when you're sleeping.
You've been spying on me.
Oh, yeah?
What is wrong with you? I wish that Paul Middlebrook would fall madly in love with me. What is wrong with you?
And then midway through the scavenger hunt, her friend Meredith needs to go capture something in her Pokemon Go game on the 95th floor of this hotel. And then they've expertly cut in these scenes of her dad in danger to try and trick us into thinking that her dad's going to be the one that dies. But then the elevator snaps and the annoying Pokemon Go girl goes directly down into hell. Turns out the chains weren't a great idea and a situation fixer. They just, they fell right off when the box needed to open, so that's a shame.
You know the number on the box that we couldn't figure out? Well, I did.
What it says is, if you keep wishing for shit, old people fall over in the bathtub. Can you believe that? By the way, the old creepo boyfriend story arc that ends here, he comes over because she's not interested and she's not answering his text, and then he cuts himself and is hauled off in an ambulance. So that's the end of that little, you'll never see him again. There you go, that's the payoff. I guess he died. So then the genius Claire loses the wish box. I kid you not, she doesn't know where it is, which means all of her wishes come undone. So it turns out, this is so good, her uncle hadn't paid his taxes for 10 years, so they'd lose his house and all his money. So did the box come up with this excuse itself? I'm genuinely interested to how this damn box works. Does it like run through its system? Alright, we need to come up with a believable reason to take all the money away. We could burn it. No, because some money's in the bank. So we could have someone rob the bank and then they lose all their money. No. Oh, I've got it. Taxes. Yes, taxes. It turns out she didn't lose the box. Bloody Barb stole the box. Stole it from her and kept it in her locker. You know what happens when you steal the box, Barb? See ya, Barb.
I have 2 wishes left, and if you do not go away, I will use one on you, and I swear I'll use it on you. Go away! I just don't make any more wishes. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
10 seconds later.
I wish my mother never committed suicide.
Why would you do this? You think, do you have short-term memory loss? Have you forgotten what every single wish has done? Someone fucking dies. What do you believe this time's going to be different? The box is like, oh shit, she's lost too many people. I might go easy on her this time. Or does she just believe that no matter who dies, as long as she gets her mother back? Oh geez, I wonder who is just as important to her as her mother and will bite the bullet for this one. I can tell you one thing, it's for sure, it's not going to be the old fucking weird uncle. And then with the most set up death of all time, look who's outside helping a random man with a chainsaw trim a tree on a shaky ladder. It's Daddo. There's only one possible thing that could happen from this one. Let me just, this is how you kill someone with a chainsaw in a PG-13 plus movie, alright? So let's slow this one down a little bit. You can just see the chainsaw here swoop past him, not even close, and then he just falls over. And then there's like a sound effect added, the whoosh. It doesn't even, what is this doing? Is it supposed to like cut his back? So there's that. That's one bad thing. And then we get her reaction shot. She's just, there's no blood spray or anything. I guess the director or whatever wanted the blood set up perfectly. So you can tell there's a little cut here between shots where her hair changes and everything, where the blood just appears on her face all of a sudden. And then, that's it. That's her dead. She has one more wish. I wonder what she's gonna wish for this time.
I know how to beat you. I want to go back. I want to go back before I got you. I want to go back. My final wish is I want to go back to the morning my dad found you. I want to go back right now.
We have to go back.
So apparently she's bored of her mom already, and she uses her final wish on traveling back in time before she found the box. I guess she thought this means the box would be beaten, even though it can grant wishes. If you travel back in time, the box forgets and resets, which the audience is also led to believe for a large portion of these ending scenes, where we get to see everyone alive and happy again, and the happy music swells up. She asks out the Asian boy, and then she asks him to throw out the box but not look at it, because apparently she couldn't have done that herself. And then, because this is a spooky horror movie, you can't end on a good note. She gets rammed by the bully's car and dies instantly. The end.
Get off the road, winner!
I just didn't see her.
trying to drive here.
Wow, nice credit songs, guys. Be careful what you wish for. Subtlety! You thought that was the end? I don't think so. There's the Marvel after credits scene because John Leonetti really thought he was going to get a sequel out of this bad boy where we see Ryan about to throw out the box, but he opens it and he reads 7 wishes and then it cuts to black. How intriguing. Can't wait for Wish Upon 2. Fuck, I should stop wishing for shit because my family's dying. So I think one of the worst things about this movie were the deaths, whilst funny, weren't completely over the top, which is usually what you sign up for when you watch these movies. Say what you want about Final Destination, at least most of the kills are absolutely ridiculous and entertaining. Remember that scene on the highway with all the logs flying into the car and crushing people's heads? It's beautiful. In this we get to Grandpa hitting his head on the sink twice, and we have an old lady having her neck snapped by a food disposal unit, which all these things sound a lot cooler than they end up being, but that, that's the price you pay for having a PG-13 plus movie.
This is, quote, elevated horror or elevated genre.
How much praise Red Letter Media was given it, I was expecting something a little more over the top ridiculous, but it's just a really bland, at times hilarious horror movie, and I'm looking forward to, if you guys enjoy it, I'm looking forward to making some more of these. Leave suggestions down below of what movies you want me to cover, and until next time, maybe I'll cover The Babysitter on Netflix. That's actually pretty good in a bad way as well. Ooh, I'm a mutant monster master.
Nowadays I say a phrase along for the good old days when the party was all about partying. I was a mini party starter then. My mind bends when I call my pen. The big question: should I run the mind a little? Food for thought or dumb the rhyme a little? But will, if you come too high, that'll alienate folks and they won't buy it. Yo, look, people getting trapped in the track and they be clapping. Even when the rapping is whack, yo, what happened? Nigga, we get happy with that. Yo,